I'm Adam, I'm the portrait artist who did the portraits of Macular Degeneration. I studied at Glasgow School of Art and left in 2001 and have spent the past 7 or 8 years practicing as a portrait artist. Now my latest work was on macular degeneration, and that all came about because my grandma had MD for probably the past 10 or so years of her life. And when she passed away, we realised that we never actually knew what she saw towards the end of her life because she never actually spoke about it. And that's something that I've recognised in many people that I've spoken to, is that they don't speak to their families or their loved ones or friends about what they see. And in fact, there builds up a resilience to how to live life and just get on with it. And she was a very active woman and did so many things and didn't never let her eyesight get in the way. So I was really interested as to what did she see and how did she live her life? Because we always knew that she couldn't recognise faces or couldn't pay bills or read letters or see photographs. So there's obviously something that hindered her. So I spent a year investigating MD, its causes, how it affects people. So in speaking to people, I realised that there is an area in the centre of their vision that they can't see, but there is sort of a gradation out to the peripheral where they are able to see, and some people's vision varies greatly to others. Normally in my practice, I paint how I see the sitter, but in this series of works, I'm painting how the sitter sees the world. The process starts with meeting each sitter and asking how they see the world and getting as much information about their vision as possible. I then take photographs and manipulate the image to replicate the information they tell me. I transfer the image onto canvas, and whereas normally I'm adding information to reveal the true identity of the sitter, with these works I'm blurring the information and hiding it with each layer of paint. The reaction of the sitters when the work was initially exhibited was absolutely fantastic. They all said that I captured their vision better than they could have ever described. And having them say that I captured their vision really validated the work for me.
I feel the paintings that have been done have made more of an impact than I could have ever realised. I have to tell you, I nearly cried. It was stunning for so many different reasons. It was just, people can actually see in some way how I see now. So I don't have to convince anybody anymore.
The portraits that Adam created were so interesting for so many people. My husband had never realised what the eyesight problem was to different people, because of course the portraits showed people in different stages of the macular degeneration process, and some were quite clear, their faces, they just didn't have lines on them but you could see the face, to others which were just such a blur, a blob basically. And it gave my husband a great insight into what people actually did see.
Well, I decided to be part of this project because I thought it was going to enable people to understand a bit more what the condition was like, and anything that one can do to help people to understand it, so much the better.
They're very evocative, they make people think, and I think they could go a long way to changing attitudes towards blindness for many people.